Hello and welcome back to MFAC Coaching and this week's YouTube collab loop group hosted by creatively Lisa Marie, who I think is back. So if you get to her video, be sure to say hi to her and thank her for hosting these videos. The theme for the week is fall clothes. As you can see, I've kind of started by outlining some sweaters. I just drew these, and now you're gonna watch. It's not even really what I say. Anyway, now I'm going to decorate these into sweaters for the holidays. So we'll see how ugly they end up getting. I grabbed this Planning in Blue jean sticker set. I have a Wilson Wild washi sheet. This is just a Disney set. This is a set also, I think, from Rite Aid. There we go. Grab some pens and some grabby markers, acrylic pens, and lastly, Mojo Jojo boxes. So let's see how this all comes together. This planner is my podcast planner. So my co-host and I have a podcast that we drop every week, and this week we will be dropping episode 245 of the Apartment 29A podcast. It is named after the apartment that my co-host and I shared in college. We were college roommates. So every week we talk about books, and we drink tea, and just enjoy each other's company. So in this next episode, we're going to talk about a tea called Forest Berries. It's a black tea by the company Saustrine Greens. Do a little check-in, and we're going to talk about Assistant to the Villain. It's a series by Hannah Nicole Mayer. It's trilogy so far, but there will be at least 4 books. I think there's 5 books in the series. 3 are out. Love it. If you haven't already read those books, just go ahead and listen to our episode and then go get them, because they are really super cute. All right. So in this middle sweater, I think I'm going to just go ahead and place this cute gnome. Gnomes are like a whole thing in the planner community. They're not a thing I actually really understand. But I mean, I don't need to understand them, right? They're just cute, I guess. A little sassy. People seem to love them, so that's gonna be that gnome. I'm gonna put him in a tan. There we go. Sweater. Just gonna outline this here with this. This is a Tulle metallic pen from one of their more recent metallic sets. I love Tulle pens. Hard not to. They are just amazing. So, and then I'm gonna go back with an acrylic pen at the end of this, and probably just color around it in this case. So that's the first fall sweater. This one's just really simple, but I just thought it was going to be really cute and fun. I think I'll just give this one a gold collar. There we go. Oh, so I have been out for a little while. If you missed why, I took a little break because my mother got diagnosed with cancer. My mother is 78 years old. She's got kidney cancer, and going through treatment as we speak. She's started a 3-month treatment of Keytruda. And, we are just praying that it works. It is kidney cancer. She's got a softball-sized tumor in her abdomen. And, it's not good. But we're going to hopefully get rid of that. And what can we say? That's the hope. And we're going to shrink the tumor is the goal. The goal is to shrink the tumor, and then I assume, and then we'll see once it's shrunk what we do, but cut the rest of it out. We don't know yet whether or not she'll need to lose a kidney, but she's got 2 of those and she only needs 1. So if that's what happens, then that's what happens, and there are worse things. So we're just in the process of figuring all of that out. Needless to say though, I needed a little break while we got that diagnosed, and I dealt with all of what that means. It was a whole thing. So, and it's still going, but I am back, and very glad to be back. I never stopped planning. I just stopped having quite as many episodes of things. Just wasn't in a very good place to really be able to do these videos. So I'm glad to be back. Now that my mom has a treatment plan, everything feels good. And hopefully, like in her first treatment, it didn't go too poorly. It wasn't too scary for her. She doesn't like needles, and it is an injection. But it all seemed to go fairly well. So we are gonna just call that whole thing a win. Yeah, so we're just gonna hopefully just see win after win. But if you wondered why I was taking a break, that is why. I've decided to go ahead and just color this one in. I might go add some, I have another pen, so I think I'll add some other details here in a minute. But I wanted to go with this green. This is I think a Rydtech, sign brush pen that I pulled out due to its color. I'd already pulled it out for another purpose, and so I just enjoyed using it for this purpose also. It is just too cute. The green was just so perfect. But we're going to add just a little darker green in some areas here with this one. So I don't always think of ugly sweaters or whatever. I think of sweaters a lot when I think of fall clothing. They don't have to be like this, which are kind of funny sweaters. But I really just thought this was a lot of fun. Would be a cute idea. Let's see. Oops. These are kind of holiday sweaters, kind of funny. This one, let's see. I don't know if that really got quote unquote straight. So let's see if I can just move it ever so slightly so that it's up at just a slightly different angle. There we go. And then I think that one's gonna need to be like a red sweater. And then I have these ones. which I just think it would be funny to have a sweater with all of these like, just like little things on it. Because you always get those holiday sweaters that are, I don't even know, just a little different. Or like the Santa on Vacation holiday theme. So that's kind of what I'm going for with these. I just think this one will be a silly sweater, but I love that idea. So I'll just add all the deco here. Oh, we have to move things around a little, I think. There we go. Just not sure what I'm going to do for the background of this sweater yet, but we'll figure it out, right? So funny. I just think it is like such a funny sweater. I don't want to repeat anything, so we're running out of non-repetitious ones. I don't know if I love that one. I think this like bitten off chocolate chip cookies kind of funny. Then we've got like this and last but not least, we have a hamburger. All right. All right. So I'm not sure how to do the background of that one yet, but that's okay. And then for this last one, I thought it'd be really fun to do some washi strips. So we're gonna just lay that down here. Oh, this is when I wish you guys were here so I could ask you like how you've been, what have you been up to while I've been on my little hiatus. It's been just a crazy time in that sense. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. Oh gosh, I'm just so cute. I'm gonna do, let's do this up here. Ugh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. So much fun. All right, now I'm gonna do some poinsettia. Ooh, I pushed it down when I didn't mean to. On the sleeves and as like little caps. Now this one is a little harder. Yeah, that's what needs to be the placement for sure, but okay. For better or for worse, it doesn't like show through, which is great. But let's see. Didn't press down hard enough. There we go. Let's try again. There we go. And then maybe we'll do it at the try and do it at the collar up here. Let's see if I do it up there. I have a feeling that Wilson Wild, when she created these washies, was not necessarily thinking about washies as holiday cheer, but that's all right. It is working out to be super cute. That is adorbs. I'm in love. I'm thinking maybe this sweatshirt just needs a little bit of design. Let's see. It's a weird time in Southern California because it gets very warm during the day, but very cold at night. It's like proving that we are, in fact, somewhat of a desert climate. But I'm enjoying the cooler weather in the evenings. Ooh. Okay. All right. So now I'm just trying to decide, of course, if this sweatshirt needs some green. I think it does. There we go. Oh yeah. How cute. And then I did kind of forget that I have stuff I have to write on this spread. I originally I was going to incorporate writing spaces into the sweaters, but then I got a little bit too excited. So we will need to find a way to do just that, though, to incorporate some places to write. So how do we want to do that? I put one box here, so that is good. So I'm going to put episode number here. We have tea, check-in, and book. Well, I think I just write around it. Tea, like check-in, and book. Okay, I think it'll be fine. I'm not going to go get anything else right now. I just want to add design to this one. And I am loving this like swirl design. So do something similar. We've been doing some really fun things in my Patreon group. In the month of October, we talked about things that make us feel awe, and what we can focus on about ourselves that is awesome. And I tried to get us to think past just like some basic who we are, what we do type things, like what we're good at, to also think about the things like kind of our virtues that maybe we don't think of as being awesome because we've been told they're not, but they really are. These are going to be things like, are you someone who is, a fan or has a focus on justice? Or of course, like, do you just have some like fun knowledge that other people may not have? What are the things that you love? If you are a planner, for instance, how can you, highlight your planner awesomeness? Those types of things. And then for November, because it's Mental Health Month, we are, of course, talking about our mental health and how our mental health is like a triangle. So that's our current discussion. So I would love for you to join us. There is a free version, and unlike many groups, my free version does really give you some good posts, good inclusion. Obviously, to get the best of it, you'll want the paid group, but you don't need it to get some really good stuff. So I'd love for you to join us. And then the other thing I've been focusing on is I finally figured out how to share my planner philosophy. My planner philosophy is that I plan to forget, meaning that I know that I am very likely to forget what day of the week it is, or I'm very likely to be so focused on what is going on that I forget to be present. And so I have learned that by planning what I need to do any given day, I can be more present because I'm not so worried about forgetting something because I've got it written down. And so I can trust the process and trust my planning. And as such, I can be more present in my daily life because I have my planner. And so I plan to be able to forget and be more present in the moment. So that's been fun to share and realize. So I'd love to hear your planner philosophy. And then, of course, since we're talking about clothes, tell me, are you someone who really loves clothes? Do you not really care about clothes? What are your clothing thoughts and feelings? Let me know. We're just gonna fill in this bottom portion here. There we go. So there's that first sweater. That sweater's done. Now we're gonna go through. I'll start with this sweater. Just gonna grab the red acrylic here. To the grabby, quick drying, I guess, acrylic markers. Then we'll just add the sweater basics that have essentially disappeared once I added detail. Okay, then this one also needs to be red. I think I like having a lot of white here also, so we're gonna just go ahead and try to just keep this one as a white sweater with red accents. But yeah, so you have to let me know if you are someone who really loves clothes and has a lot of clothes, or if you have a lot of sweatshirts. That is me. I have a lot of sweatshirts. I have a sweatshirt collection, which I am always essentially trying to add to. I'm a big fan of the sweatshirt. I'm always cold. And I do not like to be cold. Because who likes to be cold? I don't know. But people do. I get it. I just don't. And so I'm always adding to my sweatshirt collection. I do have sweaters, and I do love sweaters, but not as much as I love sweatshirts. I'm really mad at whomever decided that sweatshirts are not business casual. Because then I don't get to just wear them all the time like I want to in the office. And that just doesn't seem fair. Just gonna enhance this circle here. It's already there from the sticker, but I wanted to make it just a bit more stark. There we go. So cute. This is so fun. Okay, and then I'm thinking, man, I just don't know what color. Maybe green? Maybe it's a green sweater in the background. Just because that's a green sweater. I don't know. I feel like it should be gray. We're going to try this silver gray. And we may not like it, but that's okay. We'll see. But yeah, let me know if you're someone who loves clothes. I'm a big fan. Big fan of the clothing. When I was in seminary and I had just met my husband, though at the time we were not married or engaged. We were just dating, but I got bored in class and made a like an image of what our house would look like if we ever got married and lived together. In my defense, I was in a class, like in a church design course, essentially. So once I designed my church, I got bored and started designing other things. So that's why I was designing where my husband and I would live. And I remember designing a closet, and the joke, of course, was like I had a full closet and my husband had like half a closet that he like shared with the linen. And when he first like saw the house and stuff, he just laughed and he was like, "Oh my God, that's really cute." Then he was like, he realized that he got like half a closet and he was like, "What is this? I don't even get a full closet." And I was like, "Nope." So then our joke became that I was a closet hog. And then a reality came that I'm a closet hog because I have so many sweatshirts and I love them all and will always want more. But he has a whole closet to himself for all of his tech gear. So don't feel bad for him. He is by no means tortured or without closet space. But not so much for clothes. He does not have that much space for clothes. But it's just because he's not a big clothing fan. He wears it. He has them. But he doesn't feel the need to have a sweatshirt from everywhere we went like I do. So, all right, well, I am going to skip me coloring in the rest of this sweatshirt. So I will be right back. All right, I am back with the final product. So you have to tell me, would you wear any of these Christmas sweaters? We've got our gnome, our two Mickey and Minnie Disney sweaters. We have our classic Christmas sweater with Wilson Wild Sticker Company. So remember, this is also from Planning in Blue Jeans. And then we just have our fun and funky sweater here. So I hope you enjoyed this fall clothing spread. So funny. I'll try and post it later in 2 weeks when I fill it out with episode 245. Doesn't land tomorrow. It's going to land a week. The Thursday after tomorrow. And we'd love if you give us a listen, found wherever podcasts are found. And have a fantastic week. Don't forget to watch the next video in line and see what they thought about fall clothing. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.